Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Hi. Welcome to
It doesn't see us yet, buddy.
Oh, it doesn't see us yet? Doesn't think we're live?
There we go.
I'm
I
not.
think we're back there now. I think we're live.
Okay. Let me actually open the live chat.
Sorry about that, loves. Not exactly what we were expecting to have happen there, huh, Scott?
No. That was interesting.
Yeah. I guess we're all okay now.
We're up.
Yeah. All five of us. I don't think this is going to be a very big crowd today. All right. Guys, we're not sure what happened in terms of technical issues there that caused us to suddenly disappear and then reappear. We have inklings, and heads will roll.
Roll, I tell you.
We have
Roll.
ways of making them talk, which are, how do you say, most unpleasant. But you have to do it like that.
I have to do it like that with the backward cigarette?
Yeah, you have to hold it like this.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Now we're beeping and honking, everything's there. Hello, everybody. Is there anybody here
Yes.
who we don't know? It looks like it's...
Nathan English just showed up.
Well, Nathan, we know Nathan. He was here last week. I remember him.
Yeah.
So...
Sound is very low, according to Dave Rush.
Well, let's turn that up. There, I'm pegged.
I'm pegged too. How's that? That's as loud as it gets, guys.
Okay, yeah. Sound very low. Don't start. No, we're going to start. We're going live.
No, see, now you just completely amped it.
I know. Whoa, I did amp it. Why do we listen to Dave anyway?
I don't know, because Dave Rush, in the background, senior instructor at Total Seminars, and super moderator. Super moderator.
Genius. I like the sound of that.
Indeed, indeed.
My name is Elman J. Fudd Millionaire. I own a mansion and a yacht.
Is there anything else? I don't... All of our sound levels seem to be precisely the same as they always are.
Yes, and other people, Hector Pinelli, my buddy Hector, says our sound is good.
I think you just need to turn your speakers up, Dave.
Wayne Strunk is here. That's good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Welcome to the live show.
We're kind of stalling here for a minute, guys, trying to make sure that we have good sound and a couple other things. So bear with us just for like one more minute before we dive in. I think we're probably all right.
Yeah, we're fine.
Guys, if our sound doesn't sound good to you, you need to type something into the chat window right now. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Hi, my name's Mike Meyers.
And I'm Scott Jernigan.
And this is the Mike Meyers Ask Mike Anything live stream. The goal of this live stream is to provide those of us who are isolated by the coronavirus an opportunity to continue our certification studies. And we concentrate mainly on Comptia certifications, in particular the triumvirate of A+, Net+, Security+, but we can certainly go way outside of that. It's just a matter of what you need and where we're going, but we are here to answer your questions. The primary way you ask questions is by typing them into the chat window. Now, before we get too underway here, you might want to take a look at that chat window. On the left hand, up at the top of the chat window, where it says Top Chat, you might want to change that to Live Chat. And also, directly to the right of Live Chat, you'll see the 3 vertical dots. Go ahead and click on that, and make sure that you've got your timestamp toggled. You want to see those timestamps in there. We're giving stuff away today, folks, and it will improve your chances of getting stuff if you do the 2 things I've just asked. So, with no further ado, adieu. If parting is such sweet sorrow. Yeah, I can quote Shakespeare. Go ahead, do some Shakespeare for me, buddy.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether to suffer the slings and arrows of...
And then you forget.
And then I forget.
I'm okay. I'm the same. For me, it's... what is that? Richard III, Act 1, Scene 1. Now is the winter of our and you have to do it like, what's his name?
Right.
Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by the son of York, and all the clouds that lured over a house, deep in the bosom of the ocean buried.
Nice. Nicely done.
That's all I got.
Hey, that's better than what I've got.
Oh, okay.
So that's good.
I could do Hamlet's advice to the players, but I need a beverage.
Indeed. Catherine, thank you very much for emailing Dave. Catherine was our Friday voucher winner. Ooh, voucher winner.
What's a voucher winner, Scott? Why are people listening in on this AMA? Obviously to listen to our dulcet tones.
Indeed,
no doubt, my lord.
Of course. But just icing on the cake, Comptia has gifted us with the ability to gift you a voucher every single one of these live shows. And this is a voucher to answer somebody's question here.
Yeah, someone that's asked for a discount voucher.
Rahabar asked about where can I get a discounted voucher for A+ to take the exam in UK. Well, this voucher that we're giving away on the show is usable anywhere that Comptia has exams.
Which certainly includes the UK.
Absolutely.
Now, it's a competition. We only have one voucher to give away per AMA, but that's 3 per week. So, as you can see, we have a whopping 21 people here, although that's... Why do people always take so long to log in?
Because they like you.
I guess that's what it is.
They want you to be crabby.
They want to skip the commercials.
That's it. That's it. It's got to be it.
Smart.
It's like a football game.
So, Rahabar, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. Today, you're going to have a chance to compete for a free Comptia voucher for any Comptia certification, and it will work in the UK. So stay tuned, my friend. Now, folks, do keep in mind that we start at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time here in Houston, Texas, in the USA, or as we prefer to say it here, the great state of Texas and the 49 lesser states. But I just love to do stuff like that to you.
Yeah.
Because you get so... You blush.
The politically correct line starts right here.
No, man,
right there.
I have no political correctness. I'm gone. But we'll go till 3 o'clock. So we do this for about an hour. If we're on a roll and there's more questions, we'll keep going. But we stop when the questions end. This is very important for you guys to understand. And like if I have like very few questions, we won't even get to the giveaway. Now this isn't, I just want people to ask questions. So where's JM when I need him, right? Oh, he's on. JM's on. Thank goodness. Woo! All right. So we're set there. JM, now I can't, David Mohan hasn't been around for a while.
Yeah, at least a couple days.
So, now I got JM. I got to count on my question askerers. I think I just
Is that a word?
It is now. I think it's a gerund.
That's it.
No, gerund would have to end in ing, right? Mr. English major, really?
That was a history major.
Oh, God. Here, go make some photocopies.
Oh, ouch.
Step out of the way of STEM. Okay.
Wow, man, you're just like on a dissing mode.
Come on. It's all love on this side. See that?
I'm hurt, Mike.
I can see you.
I'm hurt. Look, I'm bleeding.
I saw your heart is beating. Okay, so, oh, goodness. So, wait, here, I got to do it like this, Scott. You ready? This just in. So, I said we're going to do 3 vouchers every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Scott and I are on Mondays and Wednesdays. Usually Scott and I. Sometimes just me, sometimes Scott. But Friday is the Dave Rush AMA, D-R-A-M-A, or drama. And Dave Rush has just announced to us unilaterally that he will not be on this Friday. So that means we got a voucher flapping around in the wind.
We do.
I'll tell you what, folks. We should do something more fun. Right, so I have an idea. What do you think about this?
That's a great idea.
Mr. Vice President, Judson. So what if we had a competition for Wednesday? We're still going to give a voucher away today, folks. What if we have a competition for Wednesday where we give away, well, let's just start off with 2 vouchers, say, but we give it away to the person who sends me the most, oh, people are going to abuse that.
Maybe you shouldn't make up the contest on the fly.
But I don't know how to be any, I don't plan. That's plan. A 4-letter word. Plan.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, Wednesday, we're going to give away 2 Comptia vouchers. Okay?
Okay.
And I don't know how to do it yet. We'll come up with something that's, as usual, marginally fair. So show up on, we're going to give away 1 voucher today. Show up on Wednesday, We're going to give away 2 vouchers, and I'm even prepared to give it to the same person if I can come up with a good plan.
David Mohan.
David Mohan's here.
With the plan.
He's got it.
He's got a plan.
Because if you type a space like that, see?
Right, then it's a
he's
4-letter
space.
word.
He's British, man. Just let him. He's all right.
All right. Can we get some questions?
Yeah,
here?
can we just get some work done?
Wow. All right, so
embarrassing.
203. Oh. Excellent. So this is news, not a question.
Beep, 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 beep,
Siegfried
beep.
van der Vee. You guys are not going to believe what I found by accident. A very realistic vulnerability threat. I'm being put onto the team to patch it because I found it.
Did you check the CV database to make sure you're not, is this something that hasn't been found before, Siegfried? Still, very cool. Even if it's even harder to find a threat that's new, right? Because, you can always check the CVE. And I guarantee pretty much you give me any network, I'll go through the CVE database and find a vulnerability they don't have patched. 9 out of 10 times.
Cool.
I would bet that I'd be right there. So anyway, Siegfried, congratulations. Well done, sir. Let's go ahead and get started here. Is Jeremy Parker new? I don't remember that. Jeremy, if you've been on here before, I apologize that I don't see your name, but welcome aboard. Scott's now going to scroll busily up to the top now that he has his eyes on. I can't read the chat window from here, Scott.
Really?
You're on your own, lad. You're taking your glasses off.
I can read the chat window.
Oh, sure.
Vanity.
I don't need glasses to drive.
Vanity, thy name is A. What was that? Mr. Magoo.
Oh, Magoo, you've done it again. It was Jim Backus was the name of the actor, who was also known as Thurston Howell III from Gilligan's Island. Same guy.
Wow.
This is why you invite me to parties.
Yeah, for useless trivia. That's great.
Absolutely useless trivia. Come on, let's get to work here.
Okay,
These guys, well, they're here to see you.
So
but
203, JM asks, I read the U.S. government passed a new bill to invest $500 million in cybersecurity. Will you create more programs related to cybersecurity in the future?
JM,
Yes.
we can't tell you anything. Let's just say in less than 30 days, y'all are going to be, I can't come up with a politically correct phrase here.
And you can't. You're right.
You'll be very surprised and happy and glad that you'll be one of the people going, I was hanging out with Mike Meyers and Scott Jernigan on his AMA before the thing happened.
Right, before the thing. So at 207, Catherine's here, Alucard's here, Reza's here.
Catherine, did you send an email to Dave Rush? Do you want
Yes.
that? She did?
Yep,
Right.
sending requested info momentarily.
Yeah, it's got to happen today, Catherine. Get on it.
All right, so 207, JM. Is the OSI model still being used today in the IT field? Because it's so twice.
He's like JM 2 times. He likes to say everything 2 times. I'm going to go get the papers. Get the papers.
I like it. Or is TCP/IP the preferred standard in IT organizations?
OSI is king, man. You almost kind of got to know them both, but and you really think about it. If you take, Scott, layer 6, the presentation layer out of OSI, that's a great thing because I don't like TCP/IP model. TCP/IP is all like, here are the layers of TCP/IP, and then at the bottom it's like, oh, it gets here somehow. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's really no physical layer. I think it's just called internet, or what's the bottom layer of the TCP/IP model? Internet working, something like that. But OSI is alive and well. Even Comptia had it put into the Network Plus for 2 rounds of the Network Plus, the 006 and 007. No, they had it out by the 007.
Right, they took it out for the last edition.
So it was 005, 006. They took it out of the 007, and now with the 008, it's still not in there. OSI is king, JM, so be comfortable with it.
The bearded IT dad is here. How's it going?
I just had a voice conversation with him.
See, Connor Wellman, he gets me.
Why is that? Because he was last major too. Yeah, well, the bearded IT dad is like me. He's a blue-collar slob.
Excellent.
And now he's doing all kinds of cool networking stuff.
Very cool.
Making millions of dollars.
Millions.
Yep.
TD Washington is here.
Oh, no, it's AVI Nut.
AV Nut, but yeah.
There's an I in there.
It's
I'm
A
doing-
and V for VI.
I'm not pronouncing it. It's a acronym. This person is a nut for AVI. I can be right. You don't know that I'm wrong. All right,
Okay, so JM, this is more important. 209.
Yep.
I passed my Security Plus certification by using your book and Total Tester. Now I'm studying for Network Plus. Do you think it's a good move, or what do you recommend?
JM, you've been around on this AMA so much. I got to be honest with you. I don't think you need Network Plus. You've proven that 50% of the way because you passed Security Plus without it. Boom.
Right.
That's another one. But also, JM, you've been asking lots of good questions on the AMA for a while, and I don't know you on a personal basis, but I feel like I do. Anyway, I feel that you're a highly skilled person and that you would probably be better served. I'm literally here, don't pay me any money. That you would probably be better served to start going into one of your passion areas. Maybe taking a look now at AWS, or maybe taking a look at Cisco, or maybe certified wireless networking professional, or one of those other ones. But I don't think you'll be unhappy with the results of taking Network Plus. But if I recall what your goals are, I think you might want to be considering moving outside of the bosom of Total Seminars and into some of the more advanced certifications.
There you go. So
But you still have to show up for the AMA, JM, because between you and David Mohan, you two are the best question askers I got.
Well, there we go. Well, here's another question, but this one from Hector Pinelli. What advice would you give someone who's going to take the Comptia A+ 1002 exam again after failing the first time?
Here we go.
He has Udemy course and textbook, and you're not saying that you have practice questions.
Hector, you need 3 pieces to pass any form of certification. Certainly not just Comptia. Ooh, sorry. You need a book, you got it. You need videos, you got it. And you need the practice questions. Look, I'm not trying to make more money off you. I'm just telling you I've been doing this for coming on 30 years, and I know what people need to pass. So you got to get the practice questions. You don't even have to use mine. You can use... I always keep wanting to say Transcender. What is Transcender?
They then turned to Kaplan, and then they turned to something else. I don't know.
Yeah,
Keep changing their names.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks with good practice questions. We love our practice questions, well, because we wrote them. And we know they're good, and we know that we have an extremely high pass rate, although we don't actually have any numbers to back that up, just because it's, the problem is I get like 1 out of 10 people who will call me up and go, I passed. But I pretty much get 9 out of 10 people who call me up and say I failed.
Right.
And that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
And that's fine. So Hector, the big question I'd say is you need practice questions. Please either get mine, and if you don't want mine, there's other ones out there. And by the way, Hector, we'll be giving away access to practice questions today. So stick around.
Absolutely. Jose Espinoza popped in at 2:11, said hi, and with a question at 2:12. So I got my bachelor's in IT. What's the likelihood of me passing the 220-801 and 220-802?
Jose, the probability of you passing that particular certification is 0. Those have been out of circulation for over 3 years.
Closer to 6.
Yeah, closer to 6. Well, I was just thinking the tail end of it.
Yeah.
But no, it's still... so the 801's gone. The 901 is gone. Oh, God, it has been 6 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what you're talking about is the 1001 and 1002, which are the current A+ certifications. A bachelor's in IT, which I will assume, because he didn't tell me, is going to be a computer science degree. It's going to help a lot, but I would still, Jose, if you feel that you're a good tech, that you might want to just go for some practice questions. But barring that, watch some videos and da-da. But keep in mind, please don't say 801 or 802. Do not say 901 or 902. The current A+ exam is the 220-1001 and 220-1002.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. So at 2:12, and if you haven't turned on your timestamp, go to the 3 little dots in the top right of the chat window and turn on the timestamp. That way you'll know where we are while reading your questions. So at 2:12, Jimmy Milligan, what's the difference between command prompt and PowerShell? And can you do the same commands on both?
So command prompt is a generic term that originally came from the DOS/Windows world that talked about the Windows, the built-in command shell called, back in the old days, command.com. And now for the last 15, 20 years now, it's been cmd.exe. So the term command prompt is a generic term that doesn't really mean anything. I could argue that you could be in Linux at a bash shell terminal and call that a command prompt. Although, so that's a bit of a term we want to avoid. Generically, when you're talking about any operating system where you type in something and hit enter and you get the results, usually command line interface or CLI is probably the more common term. But the important thing here is, Jimmy, I knew exactly what you're talking about. So you're talking good. Traditionally, there's only been one shell in the Windows world for a long time, the cmd.exe. PowerShell came out a long time ago, and it's gone through a number of iterations. So PowerShell it's more of a scripting environment that works closely with the WMI, what's that called? Windows Management Interface.
Right.
But PowerShell definitely takes a much larger selection of commands than you would see with the classic old CMD. And Scott and I are literally just playing with Windows 11 right here, and it's not easy to get to CMD anymore, is it?
I don't know. I can find out.
Don't press that. Anyway,
Don't
CMD's still there. So
Yes.
the answer is, I see very little reason for anybody to ever bother with the classic Windows command shell anymore. I use PowerShell pretty much exclusively in a Windows environment. I'd recommend you do the same.
All right. Sounds good. Happy birthday to Andre's eldest child. Having a party at his house. And
Nice.
You weren't invited.
I don't like the Belgians.
Wow. Let's see. And Andre's hitting 86% on the practice questions, which is good.
Jen,
at 2, this is where I actually need my glasses.
2:16 p.m., Grandpa. They're right there. Here, Scott. Your glasses are to the right.
Fine. Oh, wow, I can see.
Oh, it's a
miracle.
It's a Festivus miracle.
Jen, I have the 1002 test on Saturday and I'm super nervous. I was confident after going through the course on Udemy, then took a week break, and now I feel like I know nothing.
All right, first of all,
Nothing.
Jen, you know plenty, okay?
Nothing.
This is a very common thing that people do, especially when you're all crammed up and then you let go for a little bit, you jive back in, and all of a sudden the numbers start swimming around. That is okay. The most important thing I need you to remember, Jen, is the number one reason people fail Comptia exams is test anxiety. Relax. It's okay. Fear is the mind killer. Got it?
Got it.
That's actually a quote you might know, because that came from Dune.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's in the book, too.
Well, yeah. Don't ask me how long it's been since I read it.
Back when you read it was just called Dune.
That's right.
So anyway, Jen, the important thing is relax. Have confidence in your training materials. Have confidence in your skills and your ability to take basically a very broad series of topics that none of them are particularly deep in a multiple choice exam. You'll be fine. Relax. Be mellow. That's the secret. Oh, goodness.
I don't know.
Things are being poured at us.
They are being poured at us.
Esteban. Now, this is a new name.
Esteban Shafir at 2:19 p.m. Hi, Scott. Mike. I have a doubt.
It's Mike Scott, by the way, but that's okay.
I have a doubt about VLANs.
I have a lot of doubts about VLANs.
When we speak about untagged and tagged VLANs, can it be also referred to as static and dynamic VLANs?
No. So VLANs can get a lot more complicated than anything you're going to see on Comptia exams. For the scope of Comptia exams, just think like this. A tagged VLAN is a trunk, and an untagged VLAN is just a regular port. Think about this for a minute. So you've got a switch, and you've got a computer plugged into it, and it's on VLAN 1. So when that computer starts talking to the switch, you just have regular packets. But when it gets in there and it has to say go to another switch, there has to be something within that switch that lets the other switch know what VLAN you're in. And so trunk ports are tagged and everybody else, regular switch ports, are untagged. It's more complicated than that, more interesting than that, but that is more than enough that you'll need to get through A+, Net+, or Security+. Or any beyond that even, probably.
Okay, excellent. So Barb Davy at 220 says, hey, hello, passed 1001 and have to retake the 1002. I'm already looking toward specialization. Should I look at security next or networking?
Barb, I think that the Network Plus, I say this all the time, the Network Plus is the most important exam you'll never need. And I know people don't like it when I say that because they make it think it's not unimportant, but it's, first of all, you don't see, if you get on like Indeed.com and things like that, you're not going to see a lot of people going Network Plus. But what Network Plus does is it gives you a good core understanding of the basics of what the TCP/IP stack is all about, and it's done in a way that doesn't make you turn into a Microsoft head or a Cisco head or a Juniper head, because these guys, they're going to teach you DNS, or they're going to teach you VLAN, or they're going to teach you VPN in a way that serves them, not necessarily what serves you. So Network Plus can be, I really do think, in terms of like ooh-ah factor, there is no other certification out there that really makes people go, now I understand. So I'm going to say Network Plus.
All right, sounds good. So JM has a question on, he wrote the number on the Security Plus Total Tester.
Scott, hang on. So I don't have an easy way to access an individual.
I have the question right there.
Oh, never mind.
So the question, this is a Server Plus question, and it is as follows. A technician analyzes historical web server performance and determines there is a 7% chance per year. Are you listening?
What?
Determines there's a 7% chance per year that a server outage will occur for 3 hours.
One of these. Okay.
The web server hosts an e-commerce site that generates an average $350 per hour. What is the annual loss expectancy value?
Oh, God. Let's go back up. There's a 7% chance a year the server outage will occur for 3 hours. The server hosting income goes 3 per hour. $350 per hour, then that would be times 3 hours is 900.
Do the math.
I am. Wait, please don't scroll past that.
It's okay, this is Teams. It's not going to super scroll. I can
3
go right back up.
times, oh, okay, 3 times 350 equals 1,052.
Doing it on the fly. Here we go.
Times 0.07 equals, I've got 73.5.
And that would be the correct answer.
Okay, so basically, JM, what you got to do there is it's ALE is the annual rate of occurrence times the cost of dealing with it. So the cost of dealing with it is $350 per hour. And then the chances of it happen is 7% of that. 3 times 350 is 1,050 times 0.07 equals 7350, which I am hoping is the right answer.
That is the right answer.
Cool.
All right, excellent. And thank you, Back Channel, for the timely assistance.
Now, the sad part is we don't have, Scott,
Yes.
We don't have a discount for today.
We do.
We do?
We do,
Oh.
yeah.
Well,
In
tell
fact,
me.
how about if I tell them about it?
Tell them about it.
Just for you being here, we are giving 50% off of all of our ebook and practice test combinations. So A+ ebook plus the A+ practice test, 50% off. to get this, and this applies to A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, Pen Test Plus, CYSA Plus, and even AWS.
Yeah, there's more in there too.
Yeah, so good stuff, Cloud Plus, right? You can get any of these things for 50% off. All you do is go to TotalSim.com and
Head over to the merchant area.
pick a combination ebook and Total Tester, and then when you check out, type in the code TURKEY.
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 Lowercase t.
Lowercase, uppercase, case insensitive.
It's always good to use international holidays like American Thanksgiving.
Right,
Yeah.
you know, because, yeah.
But seriously, guys, we are already about the cheapest of the good folks out there. So pretty much what you're doing is you're going to get a ebook and the practice questions for a bunch of different things. So then it sounds like, okay, go to www.total7.com. Got that part.
Got that.
Then go to the merchant area.
Got
all
that,
right?
yeah.
And then it's like, well, you're scrolling through. So number one, pick like the A+ ebook, and then pick the A+ questions, and then hit on your cart, and there's a place to type in Turkey,
Right?
and you get half off. Like half. This is ridiculously good prices.
Absolutely. 222, David Mohan asks,
Question for Scott. What is the longest time it took for you to edit a video?
a long time, because that's not my profession. Yeah, so we actually, we have an entire video production team. I tend to star in videos and write them, but not doing the production side of things.
Yeah.
So-
Same with me.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, I think I can bang around in Adobe Creative Cloud a little better than you, but in no way would I claim to be professional level skill set. JM, would you recommend, JM at 226, would you recommend upgrading to Windows 11 right now, or do you think it's better to wait? Well, given that Scott's on Windows 11 right now.
That I upgraded this morning.
I get nervous though, Scott, at least on production machines.
What's the worst that could happen?
Kaboom!
Don't go there. Don't go there.
I'm surprised that JM didn't mention everybody's backing up one of the patches that came through. Did you see this?
No, I didn't.
It just came through today. It actually affects Windows 10 and 11. Let me pull this up. I literally just saw it today. Warning issued for millions of Microsoft Windows 10 and 11 users. Scott, I read this 2 hours ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got.
And I was busily updating 2 hours ago.
Well, for the record, knowledge base 500 7215 needs to be backed out.
Okay.
I don't know. You know,
The only thing that failed on my upgrade was VirtualBox.
really?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely
good.
failed. But the error message points says it's a Windows protection thing built into Windows 11, and something in the older VirtualBox code stomps on that memory protection. So,
Excellent.
yeah. Esteban has been here before, and hello.
He's from
and
Argentina.
greetings to you in Argentina. It's
Esteban,
awesome.
I can tango, man.
That's true. Mike
And
was a
I'm not
fantastic
talking
dancer.
stupid ballroom. I'm talking real Argentinian tango. You know the funny thing about learning how to tango? You ready for this, Scott? Seriously. For like months, I was only allowed to dance with guys.
Really?
This is how they teach you it in Argentina. Seriously.
Huh.
And because it's such a difficult dance to do well that they make you dance with people who lead, which is more traditionally guys than gals.
Right.
But yeah, it was pretty strange because they were all your height.
You snuggled right in.
Ulysses is here. Good. And Esteban, I helped him pass his, your IT Fundamentals book and A+. Good for you, man. Well done.
Excellent.
Well done. And
Congrats.
welcome aboard, Esteban. Derp NZ. Let me guess.
This
He's
is
a derp and he's from New
231.
Zealand. 231.
Mike, have you had any issues with the middle of the screen on your phone deteriorating? I've seen instances of other flip phones having a busted middle of the screen from it being opened a lot.
I've had this particular phone now for like about a year, I guess. Maybe a little less than that. I haven't had any problems. And I also had another Fold before that. It was the Fold 1, the better version of the Fold 1. No problems with deterioration there. My biggest problem is that it's impossible to show that, but this thing's pretty banged up.
There's no case for it.
Well, it's hard to find bumpers because there's like 5 people have bought them.
Right.
All right, Scott, it's already 2:35. We should be doing some kind of fun competitions. What say you, my lord?
I think that's a great idea, Mike. Yes, Mike killed his first Fold, but it wasn't the Fold's fault. It was gravity.
Yeah, it was gravity. I thought I was on the moon, Scott. Who knew it was going to be 6 times stronger than that?
Well, there you go.
What are you going to do?
All right, while Mike is looking up a question, let me tell you about the contest. First off, it's not fair. It's as fair as we can make it. Mike's going to put up a multiple choice question. He'll leave it up there for a little while, and what you need to do is type in the answer, not A, B, C, or D, but something in the answer that tells us you know what you're talking about. Okay? Second, the first person who shows up on my screen with the correct answer is the winner. If you want to play but don't want to win, you're just playing for the competition and the fun of it, then just type in your answer and type the word pass. Got it? Pretty easy. So because of the vagaries of the internet and connectivity and how far away you are and how many routers you are and that sort of thing, you might show up first in your feed, but 25th in mine. That's what I meant by it's not fair.
Yeah, so don't get mad if you think you're first and you're not. So what we're competing for with this first round, folks, we're competing for free 90-day access to any practice questions you want from the Total Seminars library. So that is what we're competing for. Scott, I have a question. You ready?
I am totally ready, Mike.
All right, let's do this. Okay, this is an A+ question, and I like this question because this is, what's the number 2 reason people fail Comptia exams? They know too much. Watch this one. I don't even know what the right answer is. I'm pretty sure I know what the answer is, but let's see what happens. You guys ready? Also, did you tell him not to type A, B, C, or D?
I did.
Okay, all right, so you got this. Here we go, folks. Most USB peripherals already have a...
What?
What? Lightning connector, Windows driver, USB lock, or HID interface.
Connor.
What's Connor typing in?
RAID 1.
RAID 1.
Awesome. Lots of good answers coming in. People think they know. This is exciting.
I can make an argument for 2 of these.
All right, what do you got, man?
All right, you guys ready? I'm 99% sure it's a Windows driver. Oh, by the way, folks, this is the interface for my practice questions. So B is the right answer. Got to tell you, the one that had me was HID interface. That was making me think for a minute. But it is Windows driver, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about that first of all. And it is absolutely true. The vast majority of USB devices probably do have a Windows driver. If they don't have a Windows driver, it's usually because they are, you ready? Not a human interface device, HID interface.
Okay.
So you can plug a mouse, you can plug a keyboard, you can plug lots of cameras for the most part. But those almost all manifest, if you go into Device Manager, they're going to manifest as HID device. Or at least that's going to be their first level USB descriptor.
Sure.
So when I saw HID device, I was like, it's HID. I don't think it is. Because most USB peripherals already are HID devices. Just by, everybody's got a mouse and a keyboard, right?
Sure.
Nobody has too many roller disco fly fishing card USB devices.
I do.
Do you have a roller disco fly fishing device?
I do.
I thought so.
With a disco ball.
All right. So anyway, Scott, I say Windows driver is the right answer.
And I say YL is the winner.
YL?
Right there.
Why not?
I'm not going there, Mike.
Okay.
Congratulations, YL.
YL, you are the winner. Now, YL, in order to claim your prize, you've got to jump through a couple of hoops. In particular, YL, you have to send an email to Kathy Y, that's Kathy with a K and 2 Y's. YL, I hope you're writing this down. Kathy Y at TotalSem.com. Just type in your YouTube name. So you have to type Y space L in the body of the email, and then just tell us which practice exam you wish to have. So make sure you send an email, and I'd like you to send it right away to Kathy Y, and we can get that started for you. I think we're doing better on getting people their stuff faster than we've been a little slow, but we're doing much better now.
Excellent.
Is it like 500 degrees in here?
It is. It's very warm.
All right, I'm gonna.
Are you gonna do your magic? Are you gonna touch your thermostat remotely?
I touch my thermostat. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, thank you. Wow. All right, so what do we got here as far as other questions that have come up? Wow, I have no answer for this one. Maybe you do. 232, Joey Quetzal. What is a common or good
SIEM system? Gosh.
That I could use to practice for SOC analysis?
I don't know of any that are particularly easy to configure.
Dave Rush, you've asked this question before, Joey, and we didn't have an answer then.
Well, we might be better. What's the... I'm momentarily stumped. Solar Winds. Probably, I would take a look at Solar Winds. Solar Winds is not an ultimate, or some people would argue it's not even really SIEM, but it does enough of it that I think would pass. And you can get the basic free Solar Wind. You can get the basic Solar Winds for free. It'll manifest as a web page basically, but it's a pretty good tool, and I think it'll help you get some ideas there.
Excellent. So at 233, the bearded IT dad. What are you gentlemen's favorite part of the field? What keeps you going?
Right field.
Left field, clearly.
Yeah, he's way out in left field. Well, I would say instruction. I mean,
okay.
You know, I was a teacher of IT even before I started Total Seminars back in 1995. I'm so old. But I enjoy the instruction aspect of it. If you were to ask me if you were to push harder, I like to teach the core concepts well enough that people don't freak out when they move past the stuff I teach.
So, since it was a question for both of us, mine is pretty easy, gaming. That's what drives me. That's what got me into computers.
Tink. This is Scott. All of Scott's characters are minors in World of Warcraft. So anytime you're hanging out with Scott in World of Warcraft, Tink. Tink. This was so much fun. Questing with you's the best, Saria. Okay.
After that, probably Photoshop and being able to manipulate pictures and stuff.
So we were just talking about Adobe earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize you knew Photoshop.
Oh yeah, I'm a Photoshop expert.
Outstanding.
I'm not really, but I know how to dabble. Well.
He's a dabbler.
A dabbler. All right, so Ulysses Ferrer says, Mike, I'm taking my A+ next month. Should I take it at home or in one of the testing centers?
I got to tell you, everybody's been taking it at home. When that first started up last year, there were a couple of pops and skips in the record, but I haven't heard anything negative in quite a while. Have you, Scott?
Mm-mm.
There's a tremendous convenience to taking it at home. There's a couple of pain in the rear ends, taking down anything on the walls that might be an issue, stuff like that. But I'm not against taking it at home. Esteban wants to see me tangoing.
There you go. I like it. All right, so Jen at 234 asks, do you know any certification for IT project management? I already have a job in IT. Excellent. And I think after I finish the A+, I want to go into project management as a specialty. Comptia has, of course, their Comptia Project Plus, which is a more or less popular exam, but it's not the top one. PMP, Project Management Professional, is the certification from the Project Management Academy, right?
Yeah, they're probably, in fact, PMP has from time to time been the #1 IT certification of any type.
I was looking at the numbers for both demand and how much money you can make in IT in various fields. I was looking at cybersecurity stuff for other reasons, but one of the ones that popped up very high was project management. So it's a well-paid position and a good thing to go into.
Plus, you get to talk about Gantt charts.
Because nobody loves talking about Gantt charts more than Mike Meyers.
Keep them talking for a second, Scott. I'm going to pull something out of the...
All right, it's all about the Gantt charts. So let's see what else we've got going.
I don't see it.
Oh, that's okay. Andre is enjoying his party, and
Is he being jocular?
he's being jocular and talking about beer.
I was just going to say that the first video I ever did was for Microsoft Project 98.
Oh, that's right.
I got it back there somewhere, but
I think it's in the museum at the office,
mine.
right along with my front page 2000.
Oh God, I remember those.
Wow.
Back in our day.
Yeah, right? Project management. Good stuff. All right, it's Professor Barks at 237. I passed my A+ Core 1 exam. Congratulations.
Well done.
That's great. Halfway there, using Mike's videos on Udemy.
Outstanding.
So, excellent.
So, Professor Barks, why are you called Professor? Do you profess? In particular, Professor Barks, if by any chance you're teaching IT, then I would very much like to speak to you directly. I'm always interested in talking with folks such as yourself. And Professor Barks, if you're an instructor, please contact me. My email address is michaelm@totalsem.com. michaelm@totalsem.com. And I would very much like to speak with you. I just always like to stay connected with people who are, and I don't know this professor. He might be a professor of,
History. Something worthy.
Well, you get to wear those cool jackets with the patches.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's
and the
true.
pipe.
And the pipe. Got to have the pipe. And then like the J.R.R. Tolkien hat.
Ooh.
Hey,
Called the cab driver hat. That's what I always called him. Cool.
I think they actually have a different name, but I don't know what it is since I don't wear hats.
Anyway,
There you go.
if you have the opportunity, I'd love to hear from you directly.
All right, so JM at 239. There was a whole bunch of Windows drivers above that. Can you explain continued education in Comptia certifications? Is continued education a requirement to renew Comptia certs?
It is not. So CEUs through Comptia has actually quite a few resources for, like if you want to update your A+, you can just send them and go, look, I've gone to these conferences, I've done this course, da-da-da-da-da. And Comptia may just sit there and go, all right, pay us $100 and your A+ is renewed. So that's really what it's all about. There's nothing wrong with them. I remember a long time ago, somebody said they were going to contact Comptia and say, if we watch a bunch of Mike Meyers videos here in the live stream,
Does that count?
does that count? I never got an answer back. So a lot of times, if you're doing something nerdy and you think that it's A+ or Net Plus or Security Plus or whatever it is related, Comptia has a CEU page on their website, www.comptia.org, and just type it in and tell them, well, I've done this and that, and some human being will read it, and they'll get back to you. Barb Davy, TMI. Did I TMI somebody?
What? Maybe.
Barb Davy said TMI.
I think She's referring to
Andre's beer.
Yeah.
Andre, save the beer conversation for afterwards. Speaking of afterwards, friends, are you tired of Belgians filling your chat window talking about beer when you're trying to hurry Mike up so he'll give away that doggone voucher? Well, do I have a deal for you? What we have, well, we don't have anything. It's our buddy Jose Braden, has the unofficial Mike Meyers Discord channel, which is getting more and more popular all the time. And hopefully someone will post up that Discord link here shortly.
I'm guessing that our esteemed super moderator, Dave Rush, is going to post that shortly.
Yeah. But do keep in mind that the Discord channel, so it's a 24/7 channel, but if you do voice stuff, especially like if you have a complicated issue and you want somebody to look at your screens and stuff like that, usually immediately after the AMAs, and I will be on today. After the AMAs, I usually need about 15 minutes to get myself organized, but 15 minutes after this ends, we will all jump on that Discord channel, and I'll have my camera up and my headset on. Where? All my headsets are disappearing. I'll find it.
I didn't steal them.
Yeah, you say that now.
Dave posted the link to Discord at 2:44, so just scroll up a little bit in the chat and you'll have the link. If you get a link expired, don't worry about it. I don't know what's up with Discord, but the links always seem to expire. Just keep clicking around in there and you'll find a way to get to the unofficial Total Seminars channel.
Absolutely. But I do need to warn you that Andre's going to be in there and he's probably going to be talking about beer.
Because,
Because you're allowed to.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
So we're very politically correct here. The Discord channel is, while still, professional, it can get a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Spicy?
Salty.
Salty? Yeah.
Salty.
Salty, that's the word. You kids!
Telewit, he's shaking his World of Warcraft finger at us because we haven't logged in a while.
It's very simple. Tell me when to log in and somebody else be there. I just don't like going tink by myself.
Oh.
That's the only secret.
Well, there we go.
An escort quest or whatever it is.
I'm not going to give you any kind of harassment, Andre, for talking about beer or not having beer.
Yeah, Andre, I didn't even know if you were talking about beer. I just said that. Is he getting defensive? I was not talking about beer. Dude, we're just goofing with you. Andre, you're one of the old geezers. I can tease you more than other people.
Okay, so 248, TD Washington. I heard somewhere that you need a detachable webcam so the proctor can see your machine. Mine is integrated. Do I really need a new webcam just to test?
I think Dave Rush answered that nicely. The next post.
Right. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and Dave's totally right. Yeah, most people are doing this on laptops because you already have an integrated camera. Makes it easy.
And here's interesting. Now, Andre's more of a testing center kind of person.
Yep.
And Barb Davies saying newsboy cap. You know what, Barb, I would go with newsboy cap too.
That's not what Tolkien wore. He has this like
What, he
epic
had flaps.
No, he has this epic hat in all the pictures on The Hobbit.
What is it? It's like something from Gilbert and Sullivan.
Close.
I'm the very model of a modern major general. Oh, you don't know Gilbert and Sullivan?
No.
Wow, you know like 4 things.
I do.
You just know
what
them
I know
really
is
well.
that Gino is here. The party can start now.
Oh, okay.
Today is Gino's day off.
Outstanding.
Excellent.
I'm going to queue up a question, Scott, for the voucher giveaway.
Okay, that sounds awesome. I did want to mention the other thing about updating your certifications. The way that most of us update our certification is by taking the next higher cert. That automatically renews your lower cert. So for example, if you already have A+, and 3 years goes by and you take Network Plus, your A+ certification is automatically renewed, assuming you pass, of course, the Network Plus exam. And the same thing, Security Plus will renew A+ and Network Plus. So that's the other way to do it without CUs. Barb, it's okay. It's all good. Storyteller Mace at 253 says, we need an animated IT series for learning. Have you watched any of my IT fundamentals videos?
And I feel very animated.
Yeah. Wow.
Would you care for a little more coffee there, my lord?
Thank you. It's French coffee.
It is French, no? Quoi? Fetchez-les vaches.
Actually, I think this is German.
That would explain my sudden urge to cross the Rhine.
Wow.
Got to be careful with the Europeans in there, man.
Absolutely.
I'm talking to myself there.
You certainly are not talking
So,
to me.
Storyteller Mace, why are you asking me? Look, come on, his name's Storyteller Mace.
Right?
So that basically means that he's got animation. Here, Storyteller Mace, send me an email. So I got a feeling Storyteller Mace is going to go, well, I am a storyteller with animation, and I've got a great deal for you. I'll listen. All right?
Excellent.
Storyteller Mace, send me an email, michaelm@totalsem.com.
So 251, Esteban is talking to Dave Rush, but I'm going to mention it right here out loud because yesterday he saw the session on how to make a pie hole and definitely going to try it on my Raspberry Pi.
Esteban, I've started using pie holes last year and I'm addicted to them. The amount of ad blocking that it does is unreal. Honestly, the only place I had any real problems with pie hole was on Hulu.
Really?
And so Hulu doesn't, I don't have to watch the ad, but I stare at a black screen for 30 seconds.
Well, hey, enough time to get up and get a beverage.
Yeah, a tea.
Tea, yes.
Yes.
Fine tea.
Here, see.
Fine black tea.
Come on.
Tea. Look, it even has a bag. Of course,
Two. How are we doing on time? Oh, Scott, it's coming up to 3. First of all, do we have any questions?
We do. Tanvir Hassan at 254. What kind of job can you apply for after finishing Comptia
CYSA plus?
Cybersecurity Administrator.
Well, you're not going to get a straight up administrator job. Tanvir, I don't know what your skills are. I'd have to look at your resume, I guess. But if you're entry level, first of all, if you're an entry-level person who has no IT experience and you're now taking CYSA plus, that would make me very nervous. What else are you doing?
I doubt.
Because what do we tell them to do?
Get a job?
Get a job.
So you become a cybersecurity analyst is what you do with a CYSA plus, which means you're looking at the records for a company, for example. You're looking at all of the different security things in place for that company and assessing whether they're worthy according to the amount of risk that the company is willing to take. So that's what CYSA plus in a very tiny nutshell.
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
So Crypto INU at 256. Where can I find the animated videos? Crypto, are you paying attention? Literally, someone asked us, do we have them? And no, so most of our videos consist of like 5 standardized shots. I don't want to give away too much of our secrets, but animations is one of those 5 shots. We have lots of animations in lots of our videos across the board, from IT fundamentals through everything. And so there are no animated videos. Where are your nuclear weapons? That's Star Trek.
Really?
Yeah, the one with the whales in it. Oh, well. Why do I even say that to you? Why do I even bother talking about
if it was an
pop culture?
If it was an odd-numbered Star Trek, it's not worth watching. Only the even-numbered.
You didn't like the first one? With that gorgeous chick with no hair?
You mean
V'ger?
The slowest movie I've ever seen in
This
my
is the
entire
one
life?
thing I learned. I learned how to speak Klingon because of that. Christopher, what's his name, from Taxi?
Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd was in there as a Klingon, and he's looking at the screen. He goes, "Ja talk," which I now know means switch to tactical.
There you go. That's your language lesson of the day, courtesy of Mike Meyers.
Look at the bearded IT guy. Don't be a rock with eyes. Good job.
Quoting Mike Myers.
Pretty soon, the bearded IT dad's going to be like, ching, 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 ching. Yeah.
So
Drink that Kool-Aid.
It is now
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. I suggest that we do a contest. Now, this contest is for a Comptia voucher, usable anywhere in the world. So this is a multi-$100 awesome gift from Comptia that we are providing on this show. So you ready? Same format. It's going to be a multiple choice question. Don't type A, B, C, or D, but type enough of the words so that we know what you're talking about. If you want to play but don't want to win, type pass at the end of your statement. The first correct answer that comes up in my screen is the winner.
Also, do keep in mind, guys, that we tend to, we want new people to get these vouchers. So if you've already won a voucher, how do we say this nicely? Perhaps the game is weighted against you slightly. Not totally against you. There is a possibility, like if 5 people get it wrong and you're the one who got it right, but you're an old geezer, you're going to win. But all I'm telling you, new people, this is your chance to shine. And more importantly, I'm going to be doing an A+ question. That's another one. So the reason I pick these questions, Scott, is I like questions that have a issue or a angle to them. You know what I mean? And Andrew Hutt, Star Trek 4 with the whales, yes.
See?
Sí. Yes. Siete.
Go ahead.
Yo hablo español?
No. Sí, como no.
También. All right, guys. So here, you guys ready? Here we go. This is an A+ question. Again, do not type A, B, C, or D, or I'm going to ignore it. Okay? You have to type out enough of the answer that at least I know what you're trying to say. So with that attitude in mind, and again, this is one of these curveball questions that I like. Here we go. Which is not needed to install a virtual machine? Hypervisor, optical drive, virtual disk, or a guest OS ISO file?
And now we start humming the tune to Jeopardy while you type your answers.
Hang on a minute.
So we are waiting to you answer.
Yeah, sorry guys, we're being a little mysterious here. All right, so let me look at this. This is a tricky one. Obviously you need a hypervisor, that's there. Do you need a virtual disk? See, I would argue that you wouldn't need a virtual disk, but I'm going to leave that in there. A guest OS ISO file, again, I guess because it's saying I want to install a virtual machine, I can install a virtual machine, but in order to install a operating system inside that virtual machine, I would need this. So let's keep it easy and just say optical drive. That is my guess, and I can be wrong. But the answer B is correct. Yay! All right, so the answer is B, optical drive. Now, the thing you got to keep in mind here, guys, on a question like this, you got to be really careful about how Comptia phrases something like that. And again, this is a great example of people who know too much are going to get in trouble. All right, so Scott, do we have a winner today?
We do. And this is a special winner who won way back on 11/15, a total tester, and now he's pulling it off today for a voucher, and that is Savage Cabbage.
Yay!
Yay!
All right, Savage Cabbage, congratulations to you, sir, or ma'am, or whatever.
There were, just for the record, there were 10 of you with the right answer at the same time stamp.
I know, I saw it go blurp like that, and I was like, good luck with that one.
So very, very good.
So if they get crabby at me, I can just,
point to me.
Yeah. I'm with him.
So Savage Cabbage, here's what you need to do. Dave Rush will post the instructions right there in the chat. And Dave Rush is the person that you need to email. And you need to email with a correct email in the body of the message. You need to say what country you're going to take the exam so that the voucher can be customized for you. And Dave will take that information and probably Wednesday after the show, we'll mail that into Comptia. Just mail that. You're going to put a postage stamp on it. Yeah, he'll send that to Comptia, and then Comptia will contact you. So every person that's won a voucher so far has been contacted within a week or so, from Comptia, so they're really good about this. This is awesome. Congratulations.
So guys, congratulations to you. I think that pretty much wraps it up for the day. Number one, do keep in mind that I will be on the Discord channel here in about 10 or 15 minutes. Also keep in mind, come Wednesday, we're going to have to give away 2 vouchers because Dave's not going to be available.
Right.
So, come back. So we can definitely, but I want to come up with something like if you invite a bunch of friends. We need more people. I want more people showing up here. I'll make it worth their while, but we'll come up with something. So be here on Wednesday. We're going to have some kind of great, amazing offer to give away 2 vouchers, and we'll see how that works out.
All right, sounds great.
All right. Well, and with that happy note, I think we're out of here, Scott. What do you say, Mike?
I say...
Millard?
Yes, absolutely.
Am I doing that right? Yes.
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm trying not to quickly end the AMA and then live stream with another one of these live streams where it's kind of like,
Yeah.
So let's do it right. All right, folks, you be good. We will see you all on Wednesday. And until then, this is Mike and Scott saying bye-bye. Bye-bye.
See you on Discord.